Hi guys, it's Cann here, the Laughter Man, and today's episode is amazing. We've got the one and only Madan, Dr. Madan Kataria, the founder of Laughter Yoga, on the podcast on Laughter and Positivity with Pete, which is amazing. It's for my 1 year anniversary. It was so good to have a chat with the doctor and just to get a feel for how, the origins of Laughter Yoga, to actually hear it from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Where did Laughter Yoga originate from? And the way that it grew as well over the years at the beginning. And it really interesting to hear how Madan used himself to grow the movement, which is amazing, especially since now Laughter Yoga is across like 80 odd countries, as well as like there's thousands of laughter clubs across the world. So it's such an amazing episode. And also the backstory, of Madan as well, how laughter came into his life, and then he realised that he wanted to create this movement, which was really interesting. So there's also a little bit about the success stories of different laughter yogis as well, which is really good. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and don't forget to subscribe and like my channel if you want more of this. All right. Hi guys, it's Pete Cann, the Laughter Man, and this is Laughter and Positivity with Pete. And I am 1 year. It's 1 year today, and look who is here! It's the main man. It's Madan Kataria, the founder of Laughter Yoga Movement. How are you, Madan?
Thank you very much for inviting me, and congratulations for completing 1 year with laughter uninterrupted, non-stop laughter.
Oh, it's been so much fun the last year. Obviously, well, it's not been obviously with everything that's going on in the world, but the fact that I discovered laughter before everything started locking down is it's massively helped me, and it's helped a lot of people out there in the world right now. And so Madan, I brought you on today because I think it'd be really nice to hear from you, like the story. How did laughter yoga start?
Okay, I was practicing as a family physician in Mumbai, a big metropolitan city of more than 20 million people. And life can be very stressful if you live in a city like Mumbai. And added to my stress was I started editing a health magazine called My Doctor. And this publication, I was coming out in 2 languages. So editing a magazine and coming out every month with a publication is not funny. very, very stressful. Actually, I started looking for de-stress myself. So I thought of writing a series of articles about stress management because I wanted to release my stress. So I wrote about many things to reduce stress, but in month of March 1995, I thought of writing an article about laughter is the best medicine. So it really touched my heart that maybe within me, I felt that this is something I'm missing. And after finding so many benefits of laughter, so many research papers on laughter, I thought nobody's laughing. Let me start a laughter club. So I started first laughter club with 5 people by telling jokes in the beginning, but jokes didn't work for more than 10 days. So we ran out of good jokes. And then finally, I thought that if jokes are not working, how can we laugh without jokes? So I looked for an idea. I found in a book called Emotions and Health, which said that even if you act like a happy person, your body doesn't know the difference. Your brain cannot differentiate. I said, wow, we can make laughter as an exercise. You can get the same benefits either way. So I went to the park next day and 50 people standing in front of me, and we started faking laughter. Oh, yeah. And believe me, we couldn't fake for even 30 seconds. Everybody was laughing for real, and people started falling on the ground laughing. And we laughed so much that we didn't laugh even with the best of the jokes been telling for the last 10 days. And I said, that's it. We don't need anything, provided you laugh in a group and look at each other. You don't need anything. You just laugh, because laughter is contagious, laughter is infectious. So based on this idea, we started creating laughter exercises. Then I was also a practitioner of yoga. Every day I used to practice pranayama, the breathing exercises. I found parallel between breathing exercises and laughter, because laughter itself is a breathing exercise. When you're laughing, you're exhaling carbon dioxide, so you get more oxygen. So the basis of getting more oxygen is your prolonged exhalation. I say, my gosh, what do we do when we laugh? We are exhaling. So that's the way I thought of combining breathing and laughing together, and this is how laughter yoga came to be.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And so you were doing it daily, every day in the park. And I've been to Mumbai. I've been to Mumbai. So and yeah, I know that you, like you say, it's a big city. It's very busy. Obviously, lots of horns everywhere, and it's
Yeah, yeah.
and so did it start? It started in the one park, and then how long was it before that moved to two parks doing it at the same time?
Yeah. So from 1995 till 1999, I went all over India to spread this laughter clubs. And in India, it was easy because everybody go for a morning walk. There are hundreds of people already there. So we could set up informally. I used to train people to run the laughter club, and they will learn from each other. And we could set up more than 500 clubs within a year. And
Hmm.
then maybe more than 1,000 clubs all over India. And one fine day, article about laughter yoga appeared in Los Angeles Times, and a psychologist named Steve Wilson, he read this article and he invited me to US. They said, Doc, this is an interesting idea. We should bring it to United States. So I visited United States and visited about demonstrated laughter yoga in 14 cities in 1 month, and American people loved it. And from there I went to Germany, Switzerland, you all over Europe, and then UK, Japan, so Australia. So I think by 2005, in 10 years, we covered more than 50 countries.
Mm.
And then I started teaching, coaching, training systems. So that I say I can't go everywhere, so I must start training the teachers, and they can train the leaders. And this is how laughter yoga has now reached more than 115 countries. And not only social laughter clubs, then laughter yoga went to senior centers, schools and colleges liked it. We also introduced in companies, corporations, because a lot of stress there. And then came physically, mentally challenged, blind schools, and name anything. Now it's gone into the hospitals
Mm.
for people who are suffering from chronic diseases, cancer centers, dialysis centers, and all over.
Amazing, amazing. So it's just like and like when you first started this, right at the beginning, did you ever have the vision that this was going to be this big as a movement?
I I was visualizing that this is such a good idea that this should get over all over the world. So I didn't think that it will spread so fast.
Mm.
And the reason it spread was people are getting instant benefits from it, because normally you do any exercise program or even you do traditional yoga, it takes a few weeks before you can feel the benefits. But with laughter, my gosh, people can feel the benefits from the very first session, and people are jumping to the roof and they say, yay.
And it's so true because I mean, the first time I discovered it in 2016, that was at a festival, and everyone was lying down, and I walked into people lying down laughing, and I was just like, what is this? And I still remember the first ever time I did it, and I'm sure everybody that's watching and listening, remember that first time of where they just come up from the meditation and just go,
Yeah.
wow, I can feel like this from laughter. It's Yeah, such a powerful thing. So over the years, you've obviously, it's 25 years, well, nearly 26 years now. It's crazy where this year's gone. Um, you, you you must have laughed in front of some big crowds, some lots of people. Which is, please share some memorable moments with me.
My memorable moments were being with 10,000 people laughed with on World Laughter Day in Taiwan. We celebrated World Laughter Day. That was a big gathering and it was a very good energy of. Then I set up a Guinness Book of Record with 16,000 students in India. And that was amazing. I couldn't believe that we could make 16,000 people standing in front of me and laughing in a big crowd. And then one of the company invited me from Russia in Moscow. So there were 7,000 people in the indoor stadium. And that was a challenge for me because I had to make them laugh through a translator.
Okay.
And the guy translator was damn serious. But somehow I managed and I could crack up 7,000 Russians from a company.
Oh, amazing. And did you feel when like you say you could see that there was a serious translator? Did you think, oh, this is going to be a bit tough, or you knew that it would naturally progress?
Oh, I'm a born optimist and I always find the ways to do that. So I never think negative. So I always feel that there is always a way. And although my translator was serious, so I kept my text to the minimum. And straight away started doing laughter exercises with them, and they loved it. And you don't need any translation for laughter.
It's true. It's so true, isn't it? Okay, so 25 years or 26 years nearly. So what's your vision now for the next 25 years?
The way laughter yoga is changing lives around the world, I feel that the next pandemic would be mental health pandemic. It's going to be very, very serious. And I can't think of any other method than laughter yoga which can really address the mental health issue. And uh, people are falling sick, like, for example, cancer is third major killer. Means 1 out of 6 person in this whole population of the world are at risk to have cancer. And it's not funny when you have something like cancer.
Mhm.
After the age of 60, every person might have 1 or 2 chronic diseases.
Yeah.
And I feel that laughter yoga is needed everywhere. At the moment, it's a social club movement, social laughter club movement, but now it's getting into senior center. Aging population is increasing all over the world, and it's going to be 3 times in the next 20 years. So when you grow older, you lose your laughter. So my vision is that at least we should set up 1 million social laughter club in the whole world in the next 20, 30 years and make the whole world like a family, because now you see laughter club buddies all over the world, how they identify with each other. We look the same. We same way, very good, very good.
Yay.
And we laugh the same way. And I feel that laughter is a great connector. And this is something which I can envision to bring world peace through laughter. If our community start increasing, we are contenders of the world peace. We can bring. Second is that every senior center will have 1 or 2 laughter yoga facilitators all over the world. I don't know how many senior centers all over. It's on the way. Like 200 centers in America, they are practicing laughter yoga. More than 50 to 100 senior centers in Japan. Like that, everywhere, laughter yoga is now most favorite with seniors as an exercise program.
a quick interlude for you. I hope you're enjoying today's interview and getting lots of knowledge when it comes to laughter and laughter yoga. Now, if you want to find out more about how laughter can benefit your life, why not subscribe to my channel below and press that little notification bell and get a notification anytime a new video comes out. Now, on with the interview.
We also see that children are losing the laughter, so we need to introduce laughter yoga in the curriculum of every school. What I see in the next 10 to 20 years, it will be implemented as a part of the curriculum in different schools. All the physically and mentally challenged people, different kinds of disabilities, they find laughter yoga one of the most uplifting exercise. Every cancer hospital, dialysis center, chemotherapy centers, they all need laughter yoga. Companies, I see that in the next 10 to 20 years, every company will have a laughing room in their company because stress is mounting so much. There's no way we can manage stress without laughter. So I am telling companies, if you can have a smoking room in your company, why not laughing room?
Exactly. And which one's more fun? You know, it's funny, Madan, because I've got this vision of one vision. Our mission this year is to bring laughter to 1 million people. That's my mission, my personal mission this year. But another vision is, yeah, perfect. Is imagine like the car park in an office block, and you fill the car park with toys and balls and hula hoops and skipping ropes, and at lunchtime everyone has to go and play. That's what you do. You play for 1 hour, like no screens, no phones. Everyone just go and play and laugh. And I believe, because you know I've run a business and I know how laughter's made me more productive, more creative. You know, and you think about when you walk past a playground at school and you hear the children laughing and how that makes you feel. But also when those children go back into classes in the afternoon, they're more engaged, aren't they? They're listening and they're taking it in. So
yeah, one of the things I envision is that there should be 1 minute of laughter for world peace at the opening ceremony of Olympics. We are trying hard for Tokyo Olympics. I don't know, time is short, but we'll try in some of the forthcoming Olympics. From the Olympic stadium, moment you light the torch, whole stadium should laugh. And then people watching the telecast, they should laugh at home. So that will build the consciousness. Also, I feel that every country should have a laughter yoga university center. Now, laughter yoga is a thing to be taught. It should be taught in every university. It should be a part of every university, because we have learned enough of business, but we need to learn how to laugh. So we are setting up our laughter yoga headquarters in India very soon. We are on the way, and followed by, we want to set up one national center for laughter yoga in every country all over the world.
Amazing. So here's an interesting question, because I was speaking to Jeffrey Breyer 2 weeks ago, and we were talking about cold. He mentioned that he hasn't had a cold or been a little sniffle for, I think he said 4 years. When was the last time that you consciously remember having a cold?
I don't remember. Actually, maybe 10 years ago, I had a cold for 1 day and it went. I thought it will last for 2-3 days, but I started laughing and it went away in 1 day. So in my last 25 years, once or twice, maybe max. And that also did not last more than a day. So, and very important is that more than 40 research papers on laughter yoga now. I'm collecting all the research studies from different universities. Now, this is no laughing matter, man.
It's back to doing your editing of the magazine, isn't it? Collecting and so what would you say? Obviously, COVID came, it's still here.
Mm.
And obviously, from being able to laugh in person to all of a sudden it's, we're laughing like this on screen. Now, what like, obviously before that, some of us were laughing a little bit on Zoom rooms, but now obviously it's happening a lot more. So what do you see the future of laughter with Zoom and digital?
Yeah. Actually, even before COVID struck, I used to tell people that laughter yoga allows us to laugh during difficult times also. It's part of my teaching that laughter can help us to keep our mind positive during difficult time. And then came COVID. And let me tell you, laughter yogis were the only ones who were laughing the hardest during COVID. Nobody else, because we learned to laugh much before COVID came in. And I want to tell you, COVID is not going to go away so soon. It might be 1 or 2 years more. And people have now learned to work from home. A lot of people are working from home, and it will continue like that. So digital applications, what we have learned with laughter yoga, is going to continue even when COVID goes away. So the good thing about digital learning is that we can laugh every day if we want to. We can laugh several times in a day whenever we want. But that was not the case with social laughter clubs in the West. They meet once in a week, once in 15 days. But COVID thing has really added a new dimension to way we laugh and communicate through electronic media, digital media. So I see this is a big breakthrough to have, almost like we can have set up the target to make 1 billion people laugh now. Through the digital media, it's so easy.
Definitely.
So I see teaching, coaching, training methods are going to change to partly to digital and then 50% physical. Because we used to spend a lot of time telling the content and history during our physical training. I thought that can be done online. But once you finish with your theory part, then okay, meet for 2-3 days, bingo, you're done. So I
It's
see a huge breakthrough that laughter clubs will be happening every day now. And they are not going to stop even digital, even this COVID goes away. And it's not about COVID. It's COVID is just a symbol of challenges we have. We already have, do you know how many people died in 2019 of cancer? Almost like 18 million people all over the world. Now, COVID didn't kill 18 million people. How many people die of suicides and depression? COVID can't kill that. So challenges will continue to come. So that's why sooner or later, every person should learn to laugh. We should get certified, what we call professional laughers and professional laughter yogis, so that we benefit the most when we start teaching other people. So I see a great future of laughter yoga. And I'm so relieved that COVID has given us the push. COVID has taught us that how important is to laugh, how important is your health. Ultimately, it's not the laughter. Laughter is for health. Laughter is for happiness. And we get both. You know what is the easiest way to be happy? Just be with happy people. That's it.
It's true. And positive, to be positive, be with positive people. It's
being with laughter yogis is everything is done.
Amazing. So talking about digital platforms, there's a platform that's just coming out called Clubhouse, which is it's audio only, and I've been on it for 10 weeks now. And this morning I had a room and there was only 25 people, but there was 25 people laughing, like the Zoom telephone, not the Zoom, the telephone laughter. And I think as a platform, it's a really strong platform for laughter to go out. And there's been days where I've gone to a stage and there's been 800 people in the room and I've laughed for only 1 minute, but everyone lifts from laughter. It's yeah. So I'm on a mission. It's all good. So obviously 25 years, lots of stories. Two stories from you, Madan, of people that have come up to you and said how laughter has changed their life.
Okay. I remember one guy from Hyderabad, India. He had every disease you can name. He has diabetes, he has heart disease, he has hypertension, arthritis, insomnia, everything. And he was so fed up that he contemplated suicide. And one morning he went to a park and he saw a group of people laughing, and he was welcomed, and he felt very nice on the very first day. So he decided to continue to be a laughter club member. So after 6 months, most of his problems went away. He was very healthy and he was looking forward to live because he was loved by laughter clubbers. And then he decided that he's going to celebrate his birthday on the day he joined the laughter club. Isn't it amazing? So he changed his birthday. He said, I was almost dead. Now I'm reborn in the laughter club. And my birthday is the day when I joined the laughter club.
It's amazing. That's amazing. So he looked at that as being like reborn, basically, didn't he? As rediscovered.
You rediscover your laughter.
Yeah, yeah. Amazing, amazing. So, and one more story. Come on.
One more story. I remember where I lived in Mumbai, there was a gentleman called P.T. Hinduja. He was almost like 75, between 75 and 80. And he said that he was a company secretary dealing with law. And he came to the laughter club and he said, Doctor, can I join it? But I don't know how to laugh. I've been a serious person all my life. I said, give it a try. And he continued and he started enjoying. And the day after day, he started discovering his childlike laughter. And we couldn't believe after 1 month, he was the most, popular laugher in our laughter club. From a serious lawyer to, then we held one competition in Mumbai, best laughing man in Mumbai. So who laughs the best? So guess what? That Mr. Hinduja won the title. He was best laughing man. And then after 1 year, we held national championship. We had a yearly conference in India. And guess what? He won. So from a serious lawyer to a laughter champion at the age of 75 is no joke. That is very interesting. I feel that if anybody is serious, because we all have a child within us. And I asked him, how could you do that? He said, I was just finding a child within myself. And this is how I rediscovered my child within me. And laughter yoga helped me. I've got
Amazing.
hundreds of stories. I can go on and on.
I know you could, but we and I could listen all day long as well, Madan. That could be dangerous. So so what we need to do.
Finish 1 minute laughter for the word peace.
Completely.
So, because I know you are a great laugher. So you and me together, we are laughing for the word peace to end our discussion. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Take a long deep breath. And you're a great laugher. Okay, Pete. I love you.
Thank you.
Greetings to all the people who are listening to this podcast. Wish you a very happy, healthy life. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on, Madan. I'll just thank you. Take care.